move from areas where there is a lot of molecules to an area where there is less until they are equal on both sides, but they never stop moving. An example of simple diffusion is the red blood cell, and it diffuses out oxygen and it all out through your body. The list of substances that are transported this way is oxygen, carbon dioxide, and water. They all move through simple diffusion. In this animation, molecules are moving from a high concentration to a lower one through pores in the cell membrane. Facilitated diffusion is where molecules move from areas where there is a lot of molecules to an area where there is less. It is like simple diffusion, except it uses a protein channel. Parasite cell in your digestive tract takes in needed things from the digestive tract using facilitated diffusion. Some substances that are transported this way are sodium, potassium, and glucose. In this animation, glucose is moving through the cell membrane, but it's going through a protein channel instead of pores in the membrane. The transport pump moves sodium and potassium using energy. The neurons use the sodium-potassium pump to change the electrical charge. The substances that are transported this way are sodium and potassium. 3 sodium molecules move into the pump, and then the ATP goes and attaches itself to the pump, and it turns to ADP, which is when the 2 of the molecules break off. That creates energy. So the pump moves, and then it lets out all of the sodium. 2 potassium molecules go in, and then the pump moves again, and it lets out the potassium. Phagocytosis is the cell drinking things that it needs to take in. The epithelial cell uses osmosis to get the nutrients it needs. The list of substances that are transported this way, it just takes in the cellular fluids, which has things in it that the cell would need. In this animation, the cell is drinking the cellular fluids, and it's making an indent in the membrane until it makes a vacuole. Phagocytosis is the cell eating bigger molecules. An example is the white blood cell, because when they are fighting an illness, the cell eats the bacteria to kill it. Of substances transported this way, sugars and other bigger molecules that are bigger than the pores in the membrane. In this animation, the cell membrane is going up and going around the bigger molecule, and it's eating it. Cytosis is the cell throwing up, and neurons use exocytosis to release neurotransmitters, and some substances that are released this way are neurotransmitters and enzymes. This cell has a vesicle in it that has all the molecules in it, and it's going to the surface and it's pushing all of the molecules out.